Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, January 9th, I believe. It's about 8:30 a.m. West Coast time. I'm on my way to the office. Just left my apartment where I settled in yesterday. I called myself making a video last night to just give you guys a spill on how everything was, but when I looked back at it, it just was too dark. So I decided to just give you the rundown again today. Okay, so moved into the new apartment yesterday. It's a 3-bedroom apartment with 2 beds to each room. It's fully furnished, and I have parking there because I have a car and I needed parking because the person that I'm subleasing from informed me that it would be better that for me to get the parking spot because there's usually no parking on the streets, and since I work late, I definitely needed to have that parking spot. So it's just an additional, fee per month, but it's definitely going to benefit me at the end of the day. I'd rather have, pay a little extra money now than to have to pay lump sums of, from tickets at a later date. But have 2 other roommates who are moving out. So it's going to be me and 2 other girls. So it's going to be 3 of us for now until they find the other 2 girls who are moving out, find someone to sublease their spaces. But I went in and I tell you, I felt like Celie from The Color Purple. When I tell you that house was spick and span after I touched it, this household had no broom. They had no mop. They had no cleaning supplies. And they all have everything separate. Each one of them have dishwashing liquid. Each one of them has their own dish rack. Like, everything is so separate in the house. I just literally was losing my mind. I came in and I pulled out my Clorox wipes and I just started wiping everything down. There was stuff everywhere. I really could not believe how much junk was just laying around. And then we're in finals. Excuses. Clean up after yourself, period. One of the girls last night, let me put my seatbelt on. That would be a good thing, right? I am in California. I don't want a seatbelt ticket. Anyway, though. So, one of the girls came to me and she said, I don't like people touching my things. Did you move my pizza pan from out of the oven? I said, yes, I did. Because it was in the oven and it had aluminum foil on it. And it had crumbs from whatever you had been putting in there on it. She's like, I put my bagel in there every morning. And I'm just thinking, we need to do that every morning. Take it out, and put the aluminum foil back on there again and just start all over. Don't keep it in there. So if I hadn't moved it, I couldn't tell you today how long that pan had been in the oven and reused over and over and over and over to warm up a bagel. Buy a toaster. You'll be better off. So pretty much that's what happened last night. I just really had to just let her know, what? I don't do the rodent thing. I don't like animals. I don't like insects. I don't want to have to live with roaches and ants and stuff like that. I've been there. So I know what to do to prevent that stuff from happening again. I'm surprised they don't have roaches. Anyway, the good thing about it is it's a good apartment. It's a nice, newly remodeled apartment. It's just that they weren't taking care of it. They weren't clean, and it's just hair everywhere and food, empty water bottles. And my whole thing is this: throw it away when you're done, especially in the common areas. I can't tell you what you can and cannot do in your own room. However, in the common areas where I have to use, like the kitchen and the living room area, it needs to be clean. Guess what? I pay rent now too, and I'm on the lease. So whatever was happening needs to change. She had the audacity to tell me, we have rules in this house, and, one of the rules is we don't touch each other's stuff. I said, yeah, I saw your rules on the refrigerator. How about you have another rule that says clean up after yourself? And that rule obviously has not been followed. So I had to give her a comeback, because it's just don't come at me with with one rule you want to be followed and the other rules you don't follow. Obviously the rules have not been followed, but I have something for them too. Again, rules, really, let's just figure out, we're adults. Everybody in here is over the age of 18. Obviously you're living on loan, so you have some sort of responsibility. Sorry, pointing at a tunnel. You have some sort of responsibility, living in an apartment. You may not be paying your rent, your parents may be paying your rent, but still, I'm too grown for that. So I'm not gonna be sitting here. No parties after 10 o'clock, and if you have someone over after 10, you need to tell someone. Excuse me. Okay, we'll talk about the rules. So that's how I feel about that right now. I don't want to go in with the bad attitude. I really don't want to go in as the mean black girl or whatever. But that's just a certain courtesy you have for one's space, and the common areas, like I said before, are is a space that needs to be maintained, and I intend to get that point across sometime soon. I'm trying to wait until there's the 2 other girls move out this weekend. So my intentions are to wait until they move, and then summons the everyone else in the house and just say, hey, can we sit down and talk about some things? You have a new roommate now, so I'm sure that the things won't remain the same or whatever. So that's my intention. Yeah, these people drive a little crazy here. I'm literally recording this entire thing on my way to work. But the good thing is I'm taking this back street that is usually, it's busy when I'm leaving work. It's really, really busy taking this street home. But for some reason, I guess, going to Santa Monica in the morning isn't that bad. It's just leaving Santa Monica that's bad, or that's, difficult. So, yeah. I'm actually not too far from my job now. This traffic is moving really swift. So I just moved into the apartment yesterday, so that's why I'm kind of shocked about the traffic this morning, because I didn't know what the traffic would be like. So this is my first time taking this route to work from the apartment since I just moved in. But that's just a rundown on the apartment and now being situated. So the house is clean. Let's just say that. It smells like Airwick in the house, and that's the good part about it, because I intended on going in and just cleaning, and that's what I did. So the Airwick is in the house. The Lysol, definitely, I was going to get Pine Sol, but I didn't want to scare them. Pine Sol, black households. So I was trying to be a little courteous and say, hey, maybe they're not used to Pine Sol. I'll just get the Lysol. Maybe they should be used to that smell at least. So that's what I use for sure. And let's talk about the job. So yesterday was really good. Staying busy. Just giving you an update on what I'm doing. Just very busy. Very, very, very busy. And the office is very fast paced. So when they tell you that the entertainment industry is fast paced, and you need to be able to work at a greater speed, it's true. My boss literally calls me all day, but the thing about it is I can appreciate him calling me, because what if he wasn't calling me? Then maybe he wouldn't think that I'm competent enough to even do, the assignments that he needs, or the projects that he needs me to do. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful that he can call me and, ask me to do an assignment or do a project for him, because, I need the experience, and I really want to benefit from this experience. I don't want to just sit in the office and surf the web and stuff like that. I don't want to just be on Twitter or Facebook updating those things. I really want to benefit from this opportunity, and I can definitely say that I am benefiting from it. Anything new that I can tell you, researching is really big. Knowing your industry, knowing what will work well with certain things is really good. So I can't stress enough, when you are in school, to take it seriously and to actually, just become a mini expert at your field. That's one thing I can say my program does for me. The Entertainment Business Masters of Science program at Full Sail University. It kind of preps you to become like a mini professional on your field, because I'm constantly researching things in the field, on my industry. So when it comes to asking me certain questions or knowing certain things, I can practically just recite it to you, just because I've done so much research on it. And that's one of the things that's helping me now that I'm actually interning, and I can transfer that skill over to the job, and I can appreciate that. So again, I've given you some updates on things that have helped me out with my job, with the internship, and that is researching and knowing Microsoft Word, I'll give you a really good one tomorrow. I'll give you another one later on tomorrow, because I know that I want to mention this, but I don't want to give too much each time. But this is a very, very, very good one, and then you may be shocked when I tell you. But I'll give you a really, really good tool that has also helped me, and I'm grateful. I think even more grateful for that one. So I'll update you with that one tomorrow. And for now, I'm going to let you go because I'm almost at my job. So I'm going to go in and park and get me a white chocolate mocha. I had it yesterday. So now that I know that it's convenient, it's close to my job, I'll probably be getting it as much as I can, since I'm working from 9:30 to 6 o'clock. That's crazy. It took me about just as long as I've been taping this clip here. It's taking me just about that time to get to work. So you do the math, you do the time, however long this take is practically how long it took me to get to my job this morning, which is fairly quick. So I'm about to just end this take right now because I'm about to pull up to my job. So tune in tomorrow or tune in later. Depends on, how I feel tonight. I was extremely exhausted last night. So it depends on how I feel, how much I'll be documenting. But you'll get at least once a day. I'm trying to do 2, but you'll get at least 1 take a day. I can promise you that. So, thank you again for watching, and continue to, watch and stay updated as I bring you, updates on, what I'm doing here in California and how everything is progressing. Enjoy the rest of your day.